are the sounds of the street.
Alright guys, what's up guys? Paki Bros in the house.
Hey man, how are you guys doing for today's our first episode of Paki Bros podcast?
Just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has followed us on TikTok, liked our videos, shared our videos, and told us to do a podcast.
So this is it. We are finally accommodating to the request, and this is our podcast. And just on the record, it took us about 7 hours.
Because we didn't know anything, guys.
Because we didn't know anything about doing our podcast, so we had to study from scratch, googling it, like how to
do this, how to do that,
camera angles, how to do the preamps, how to record, get this thing started, get everything and into one track, and we managed to do it. So kudos to us.
But thank you once again. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for the support. So today, kata lu aku nak buat.
Boleh tak kata lu?
Okay, so just before we start, today is gonna be a ghost story segment, right? So because I'm sure that in the previous video we were actually trying to share a few good ghost stories, but then it went sideways.
Terseram.
But no more cerita seram. Ni cerita hantu, betul. So we're gonna have few ghost stories.
Cerita seram also lah, just
to break the ice lah. Okay, so we're gonna start with a few ghost stories shared by Arif here. So
so we start with a cerita seram. So this works. Okay, so basically the cerita seram is that in the army, okay. So my friend Deva, so he was telling the sergeant, he said, "Sergeant, yesterday night got this lady in the red colour sari sitting in front of my shoe cabinet." So sergeant from all the sections, so one of my main sergeant got, "Hey guys, it's so ghost." So the rest of the sergeant came so ghost. And after that, what ghost? He said again the lady in the red sari, she on my shoe cabinet. Brown cabinet, right? So she was sitting on top, then facing away from him at the back, facing him. Sekali bangun, sekali itu tak betul saya. He cannot believe whether this is real. So he try to pinch himself. Salah, this is real. I'm not sleeping, kind of thing. So saya semua datang dekat dengan weapon. Then she start to turn around. Then after that, then she turn around. She start to inch towards me.
Oh my god.
To the katil. Then she suck my cock saja.
Ni pasal I think because of him, satu section, satu platoon kena ni.
Actually bodoh lah for him. All the sergeant listening to. She said, "Pas line she suck my cock."
Nampak kena?
Then the sergeant all fucked him lah. Then he kena sign extra
duty.
Like no publicity because of the thing because dia kena pump. But then after that kena bodoh-bodoh kan. Anything you say extra. But now it's serious this thing I guess for me I won't say it's a cerita hantu or what but this is my own personal experience, bro. In army. So it was in BMT, bro.
Tekong.
Yeah. Okay. So in Tekong BMT. So what happened was basically so I was asleep. It's something like I would say like deja vu, bro.
Deja vu, but are you conscious or semi-conscious? Or somewhere in between?
Okay, so this is how it is. I was sleeping. So this thing happened in my dream. Okay, it happened in my dream, but it felt so real. So
this is theory, so it's quite short. Like this theory, these beings of hantu, like sometimes they will enter in realm where you are between consciousness and semi-consciousness in between.
Oh, okay.
So you are half awake and half asleep at the same time. That's why your body is telling you, hey, this is real or not. Sometimes people always ask,
okay, like deja vu lah,
is
deja
this
vu lah.
real or am I dreaming? You know, it's somewhere in between that semi-conscious state. It's where they always enter. So I think probably that always happen to you. So you probably don't know, tak betul ni.
Exactly, sir.
And you feel this way, right?
I was sleeping malam in Tekong, you know. So the setting was very real in a sense that it's exactly how it was before I went to sleep. Meaning that, you know, like my body used to wear Muay Thai boxes. Then my clothes was
basically the same setting.
Exactly the same setting, you know. So all of a sudden, the bunk door buka. Okay, so the bunk door open and little pale looking boy, okay, walked in.
Okay.
So dia macam nak describe dia macam Juon tau, macam kecil, badan kecil putih.
Putih. What? Is that Korean? Bukan Cina?
No, just like an Asian kid lah, you know. So he just walked in. So I was a bit shoved beside the window.
Yeah.
So he just walked in. Dia pusing satu round, tu datang kat aku. So aku fikir asal budak kecil takkan mana budak kecil siul. So suddenly he come and he look at me. Aku tengok, kalau nak ingat balik muka dia bro, macam mata gelap aku, tak ada eyeball gitu lah. Macam black lah. So this is personal experience lah. I'm not saying something, this is what happened to me lah. So after that he put he actually, I saw him lah, you know. So aku saw him, aku panik lah. Sebab saya aku see bro. So this small boy said to me, macam aku see ke bang? So he put his hand on my chest bro. Dia put his hand on my chest, aku tak boleh berkik, aku tak boleh buat apa, macam immobilize lah.
Macam temperat.
I just couldn't move. I shut off from my body, no voice come out kind of thing, you know. Then after that he looked at me, then he lift off his hand and he walked away. So still in my dream, I woke up 5 o'clock evening kan. Aku bangun, aku check mirror, ada cap tangan budak kecil kat dada aku. So that was my dream. So after that, in the real life lah, when I really wake up,
you saw that in your dream?
My dream lah, I said, fuck, there's a budak kecil punya cap tangan siya. So in the real life, dah aku bangun, kawan aku cakap, dah leveling. Aku terus bangun, first thing I check the mirror lah. Then cakap, nasib baik tak ada siya. Then my friend said, what's wrong you? Early morning check mirror. Sekarang nothing. So it was so real. It felt so real. But then
what happened?
I don't know. It felt so real for me. That was the so-called like first deja vu happened.
First encounter.
Second encounter for me was it was I would say something like a heads up, bro. Because you know, we're not supposed to sleep in the afternoon, not supposed to take naps or Airbnb, I know. So what happened was I was taking a nap. I was just tired. I decided to take a nap and doze off. So I felt someone hit me in the ass, bro. Bam! Quite nerve. Then when I wake up, I hear a whisper in my ear saying, no, it wasn't necessary. It was saying words. I was saying, Sergeant Major is coming. Don't sleep. Sergeant Major is coming.
See it clear?
That clear, bro.
Okay.
So Sergeant Major is coming. Don't sleep. Sergeant Major is coming. So aku bangun, aku cakap dengan my friend my buddy Rahman, nak kejut tak payah nak tendang tu.
So you thought it was him?
I thought it was him, sir. I thought he kicked me, you know. So he was holding his smartphone. Siapa tendang kau je? Aku tengah buat uniform, sir. Then after that, like blur kan. Then a few seconds later, this boy run at the corridor. Sergeant Major coming, don't sleep, Sergeant Major coming. Then I was like, aku dah dengar tu, like, you know, 1 minute ago, sir.
So basically, who's that kid?
Macam tendang kalau kena pakai jumpa.
Itu gila dahsyat tau. That's how we call a rude awakening.
But that was what happened, bro.
I think maybe because kau forgot benda ni mana. And basically, it's so good to you, bro.
Sikit.
Oh, macam mana tau? Tanya meja tapi kau tengok tidur.
Then after a few minutes later, saya macam came out, walk around, looking, inspecting kind of thing.
Laki woke up already.
Yeah, exactly. Lucky I was awake already. So he helped me.
Not bad lah.
The thing helped me, I guess.
Yeah.
But one thing is, when I was in Tekong, I used to solat inside the bunk.
Yeah.
So there was this. I had a person in my section who has a third eye.
You can see things.
He can see things. So on the first day he come into army, he fever already.
Wow.
Because apparently my bunk has a lady.
Yeah, ni betul.
This is what he sees.
He sees.
He sees.
Inside there.
Because he claims to have a third eye. So
Which company? Which company?
Echo.
One.
At the time was in school.
One. Right. Okay.
So what happened was he entered the bunk, and this lady was standing at the end of the bunk.
Inside the room?
Inside the room. So he was the first person to enter.
Dekat window sana?
Kat window sana. So window tu facing hutan bro.
Yes, correct. Yeah, correct.
So he was the first one there. When he entered, she saw him. She turned around, disappeared. So I remember demam 3 hari.
Baru start
Baru start. So I think dia datang siang sangat baru sampai.
Probably
exactly kan.
Yeah.
So she disappeared Then he had a fever.
Yeah.
So he used to always tell me that whenever you pray she always sit at on top of the cupboard looking at you.
She said to you?
So but I was like, I had betul lah, I never do anything, right? I pray only, right? I think not my problem, but that was the truth, that's why he said that she always sit at the cupboard, she look at you. Then I say, she do anything, Then I said, no lah, she just look at you until you finish praying. So I don't know why, bro.
I know why.
Huh? Apa? Suka aku. Lepas ni sebenarnya.
No, but maybe because maybe because these things like what is this guy doing?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe my praying made her uncomfortable.
Probably.
Something like that,
Maybe that. But then Tekong is full of wild stories.
Yeah, of course. Because the thing is in Tekong, how to say, it's like I'm not sure that you encountered this, but I myself personally encountered this, that there's always a long hair inside the bunk.
No, it's not only in Tekong. Remember our bunks?
That's the thing as well. But actually, when it comes to Tekong, all of us are GI.
No, but in same bunk before in our camp.
Yeah. But where the long hair comes from?
Remember, bro? Okay. Remember the last time I was doing the VG1 run. And you call me back. You say, hey, aku ada buat nasi biryani tau. Nanti orang makan lah. Okay, so okay, can. So after I came from the run, I think you were off. You came back. Yeah, so you decided to stay and lepak. So you came and kau duduk kat kabinet bang, shift C, right? Shift C bang. Then aku came in. Then we started to eat our nasi biryani. I still remember. And you had your rokok here. You had your rokok Rizal. I just put your rokok here because I got to makan. So I just carry out biryani. Then suddenly I was like, what is this? Remember I hold up like this. I hold up panjang. Then kau macam rokok kau jatuh bro. Kau macam shock bro, like, because it's all guys bang.
Yeah.
Nobody had that long hair. But then after that it became,
where did this long hair come from?
Yeah, exactly. But then it became a normal occurrence for us.
I guess BNT wasn't normal bro.
Yeah,
I think BNT is more shocking in the sense that perhaps that because you see first thing first, all of us GI bro.
Yeah, exactly.
All super short hairs.
That's true.
That's the thing. The only thing that I can think about to debunk this myth would be
bulu kuning.
Bulu kuning? Takkan bulu kuning macam itu Chal?
I don't know man, probably.
Bulu kuning
apa sih? Maybe I don't know man. Orang tak syukur pun, but cannot be that long right?
Tapi simpan fridge lagi kat bawah.
Okay, how do you debunk? Tidak.
Okay, tak.
Okay.
Aku debunk this myth is maybe we meet our girlfriend or whatever outside, then maybe like 1 or 2 hairs follow us like got the baju or the bag or something, then come back to bunk.
How can that be?
I mean, that's the only way that I can think about it.
Yeah, but it's quite. I mean,
it's far-fetched,
but it's a good theory. But I still believe that it could be like things on the other side, but
yeah, cakap lah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But then again, you see, one thing I know Tekong got a lot of stories. Dalam Tekong tu banyak stories when I was in Tekong. But problem is that sometimes you're just so tired of training. You don't give a shit about it.
Exactly, yeah. Just knock out dia.
Just knock out lah. Macam-macam lah dengan cerita ni lah. Remember we went to the old school one? During one of the route march, and then the sergeant brought us to the old school one yang you cakap the third door.
Yeah, third door.
Charlie Company, right? Yeah. So that, but I think that's kind of freak us out lah. But after that, I think ghost stories become so normal in army that it became like, okay.
But sometimes it's like you encounter something.
Yeah, it's true.
You got to see because it's certain things you can't explain.
For sure.
You remember the time tak yang the two prowlers who got scared shit and then you came with the mag light and then the thing disappeared, remember?
Yeah, I went there, right?
So that story, I don't want you to tell the story because you're the one who encountered it personally.
That was really shocking.
So that was basically, I and him was at the main gate.
So we were like, we were not on duty or no duty?
No, you were not on duty, I was on duty.
Yeah. So I was not on duty, so I was in I think I was in our bunk just chilling. So apparently the duty officer heard this
the Capcom, the mic was on.
The Capcom, the commander on, and the duty officer, the mic was on. And there was these two prowlers. They sound like it sounded very shocked because we never heard this kind of thing first time. Normally it's all cool.
I cannot patrol anymore.
Yeah, I cannot patrol anymore. There's something here. It's so crazy. I want to go back. It's just not one, but because we patrol in buddies. So both of them were saying the same thing. So what happened was, cannot be, right? What's happening? So the Gakkom also like,
exactly, sir. You come back lah.
Yeah, you come back. But then he came back. But then I said okay. But then okay, the Gakkom just said okay, just come back. But then who's going to do the patrol, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to do the patrol. So what I said was okay, never mind. You guys show me lah. Where's the place?
They were scared. They want to follow there.
Yeah, they want to. I said never mind. I'll come along. So I put on my uniform and then I bought
there's a big ass mag light.
Big ass backlight where you can shine all the way through
the sky. Like Batman logo.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Very strong backlight. So we went, and then he said that this is a place, and that place, and our camp is very dark at night.
Yeah,
it's very dark, very old colonial camp. We cannot mention the camp name, So it's very dark old colonial camp, and it's very and you mentioned like how should I say it? Like, normally at night all the lights will turn off, but there will be like some lights. The lights will only auto turn on when you walk past. It's like that. It's how they work. So we went to this building where it's called patrolling, and then he said this is where he saw the apparition, or he said that he saw someone walking. So I said, okay, describe to me, what do you see? But apparently he said that he saw this old English woman.
Old English woman?
Wearing those 18th century Victorian style of
Victorian dress,
yeah, with the bodice, right? And she was actually pushing a pram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she just walked by. And looking at him. Because actually looking at both of them, they were like, that's why they decided, oh man, this is enough. Because at the first time when the first round when they patrol, light started to flicker and just off on its own. They say, okay, probably it's just mechanical or electrical interference. The second time when they patrol, they said it felt so heavy that they cannot move. They say, how come they feel so uneasy? They feel like something is really watching them. So when they turn around and see the same place where the light flickered, then they saw it. So you see when the light comes in, right, there's a long hallway, the light was lit up. So as the lady was walking, the light was switched off.
Oh.
And that's where they get so freaked out. Okay, let's go.
But she is still visible.
She's still visible. At the point of light, you see light pop, man. And the light pop. No, the light just closed as she walks. As she walks.
As she glides as well.
As she glides, or yeah. So I said, okay, let's go and see. So he said, no. I think you go and see. I said, you go and see, we just stand from afar. I said, okay. So that time I was being a badass, so I said, okay, let's get it on. So I just went in, okay. I went alone to the place. So the light became on. You know, because the light detects somebody's walking. So okay. They went in. This is real shit. Halfway through, but like I want to walk all the way to the hallway at the end. Just to tell them that this is nothing, this is a going to be imagination. So I walk halfway down. The lights turn off, bro.
The main light dim.
No, the whole hallway lights. I haven't even turned on the backlight yet. The whole hallway lights shut off. That's it, man. Yeah, then suddenly I just feel like a very uncomfortable feeling. Like, man. But I decided to think positive and say, okay, maybe it's just electrical interference. So I decided to switch on my Mac light. When I decided to switch on my Mac light, I shine all the way to the hallway. It's very, I can see that very, very, very strong. It illuminates the whole place. So I said, okay, let's try to walk again. So as I was walking, the light gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And this,
but you just actually fully charged.
It was a fully charged backlight. There's no way it will like just die off like that.
Before that, when you're on, it was really bright.
It was like boom, illuminate.
As you enter the hallway.
As I walked, I was about halfway already. Okay, so as I on the backlight, right, just to finish the journey to the end of the hallway, it started to get dimmer.
So, simply put, as you got nearer to her
to the place,
yeah. She was at the other end of the hallway it started to get dimmer.
Yes, it started to get off.
The backup room.
So but then I was not like I was in a different state of mind. So I was like, okay. I said, okay, yes. I said I still managed to complete the hallway because I just cannot show the problem. I'm scared of this shit.
Pasal tunjuk arah sikit lah. Dah support sikit lah.
So I went inside there. But lo and behold, like, okay, I didn't see anything. But I really felt like someone was there watching. I didn't know. And you know what Buru kan? It's just normal because it's just fear. But this one is a bit different because I feel the pressure heavy. You know, like you feel like so heavy, like something so heavy, like air is so thick and heavy. It's cold. It's okay. I mean, okay, this is real thing. I said, these guys are not bullshitting. So I said, okay. So I went back. I walked back lah. Actually, I walked quite fast. I actually walked back. Then I told the guys, you know what? I think it's just electrical interference. I don't wanna ask you. I think it's just electrical interference, but I don't really. I think for this round, take a rest. Okay, or maybe get someone else to do the prowling. So when I went back to the Guardcom, I said, you shouldn't disbelieve them. I think it's really something going on down there. So we got to find out. I asked a few of the older officers, all the sergeant majors, staff sergeants, they say, that particular place is abandoned, bro. Nobody's there. Yeah, so they said, there's a lot of stories that's going on in that place, especially. That's why nobody bunks there.
Correct.
Nobody bunks in there anymore. It's an old abandoned place. It's like, I know what for, but nobody bunks there anymore. Apparently, there's some stories there. Speaking of which, I have a few stories as well. You remember, there was a time in this company, P company, okay, just I don't see. Remember when at that point of time, SIB came to the camp?
Mm-hmm.
Suspected suicide. Remember or not, bro?
I can't
yeah.
Remember.
Suspected suicide, but it wasn't a suicide.
Okay.
That's why Special Investigation Branch came. But remember our Master Sergeant say, right, that SIB will come.
Okay.
There was this guy from the B company, right, on the 4th floor. Okay, and it was at night. So he was supposed to, I think he booked it at night. Okay. He was on the 4th floor. So as he was, and the bunk was locked. Okay. So they always lock the bunks. So as he was like unlocking the door, right, he fell down. From the 4th floor, yeah.
As he was unlocking the door,
he fell down from the 4th floor.
Fuck.
I still remember because they put the body out. Not the body, I think, I'm not sure whether he passed or what, but I think we went to the hospital. Kaki dia pucat bro, I thought it's like somebody dying. So that time was a big thing. So SIB thought, is this a suicide case? Because I heard from other people from the B company. Then they said, no, I don't think it's a suicide case because he came at night and he was alone. So apparently, people say that he's been pushed.
Oh.
You see? But nobody was there to...
pushed
something. Nobody was there to corroborate I mean, there's the story.
Okay. So you're not confirmed lah.
Not confirmed, and that's why SIB came. Special Investigation Branch, bro, from the Village Police came.
Okay.
It was a big thing, bro, like because they want to know what happened.
I can't remember the story.
Yeah, it was old school. It was old. I was there because I was duty that night. I was like, so like, I say, what's SIB here? Then I the guys from the B company said that apparently this guy
going down now.
Yeah, but the official story was that it was a suicide. He tried to attempt suicide. Official story, yeah. But guys from the B company said no, this guy was cool, man. There was no way he wanted to off himself. He said, but the unofficial story was that B company is well known for these entities, supernatural sightings. So guys from B company say that they believe, or when they heard the story from the guy, I think he survived. The guy that he was pushed off the 4th floor, bro. Yeah, but I don't know how he survived, but he broke his legs, bro.
But for sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure, bro.
He broke his legs, man. Then I was like, man, this is some hardcore shit, man.
Good stuff, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, for that B company, I remember the story from the B company.
Yeah.
Why? Because there was one time when sometimes we have old people visiting the camps.
Yes,
who used to serve Singapore many years ago.
British guys.
British guys. I know Australian guys.
Yeah.
So I was told to escort one of them. So what the so-called the story was in this big company. He said his friend, this old guy said that his friend actually passed away at that big company. Then after that, I asked him how he did. It was actually a very stupid thing, bro. Because last time they didn't have those gondolas to paint the building. They didn't have that, bro.
So they use
so it's 4 stories. 4 stories. So they use a plank. So they put it inside the window.
Wow, this is some old school stuff.
So one person sit inside, one person sit outside, bro.
Just to balance it.
Just to balance it, lah.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, or I should say the sad thing is, the person inside,
forget about
get out, bro. Get out to take the brush. Forget about the person outside.
Pass away. And same B company.
Big company, and that was
4th floor.
4th floor.
See?
But that was this Australian guy's version of what actually happened. So then that same fella, when I was walking past the medical center, so he suddenly stopped and froze. Then I was like, sir, let me carry on. Wait. Then I said, something wrong? He told me, this is the medical center. Then I said, yes sir, there's a medical center. No. In my time, it was the medical center. So you imagine the medical center, bro, from the 40s all the way until now, bro. Medical center is here. Exactly. So that's why I had the medical center all sleep together, bro.
I heard about it.
And also, at night time they sleep together, all the bed they push together.
Yes, and also the guys from the MT line. Right, the military transport. So this camp is. I love this camp. We got this old school feeling, very peaceful.
Twilight zone.
But you just. Oh, bro, remember not? Man, I just remember this story. You remember there was this like snooker table, about?
Yeah.
But that place was like so dilapidated, like broken stuff, and like you feel like you're playing snooker in a haunted house. But that was how bad it is.
But no choice. There's only
kau kena kacau kan? Remember not?
Yeah.
He was like, this guy was like trying to queue. Then he feel like someone
taking
pulling his neck. What he did was dia ambil rokok, dia bawa peluh.
Because the thing is that I felt somebody pulling on my jeans. I was using jeans at that time. I just came back from a night off and using jeans to play billiards. So I was having a cigarette. I used to smoke back then. So I had a cigarette in my mouth. So as I was taking a shot of that thing, I felt a tug on my jeans. So when I felt a tug on my jeans, I see nobody. So when I just blew a puff, thinking if I will see a shape of anything.
But lucky that happened.
But it was just weird. There was a very tug on the.
If something had not happened, how?
I don't know, bro. Maybe the cane shit on there.
Probably. And okay. Talking about that. Remember the old mess? We play our computer and our games there. There's also something wrong with that mess.
I cannot be forward, bro. This way.
Yeah,
but that was it was a wake up call by that thing.
Oh, is it?
Because the guys, they busted.
Yeah.
They all left me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The fuckers, so I was sleeping. The fuckers all left me, let me sleep lah.
Yeah.
Everybody left the mess, off the light, everything.
Yeah.
So I was woken up by a tap on the face.
Yeah.
So when I woke up, all dark, bro. Fuck, you know, kind of thing. So it was very real lah. You know, you felt like, but luckily lah, muka dah sengit or what lah, you know, for the tap. I wake up, I see, fuck, where's everybody? It just faster went off on the place lah. We was just laughing lah, you know, but it was no joke for me, man.
Yeah, true. That was true. Wait, actually I got another story. Remember we used to go mobile petrol? Right? Mobile petrol and remember this old SED, remember it's like this old abandoned building in front of the old entrance.
Okay.
Okay, normally you have to go inside there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So normally I always go mobile with these drivers. So these drivers they will sometimes go like you know our camp is so big, so we need to go like patrol, and sometimes patrol where the even deep in the woods, right? Deep in the jungle, go inside all the way. And sometimes they will say that a lot of they will see through their rear views, like they can see a lot of things, and sometimes their vehicle just stop functioning, you know. So basically, I was there, and then he was saying that as we were stopping at this SEAD, it's an old abandoned base. Okay, he said that, hey, I saw something inside this building. I said, you sure or not? He said she saw a person passing by.
Is it a lady or guy?
He said it's like just a human passing by.
Human apparition.
Yeah. So I said, wait, you gotta be sure, you gotta be kidding me, no? So what happened was, I said, okay lah, let me check it out. Aku macam faham, bro.
Special force.
So I got my AR-50 ready, bro. Tapi tak belum clock lah. Aku just because I thought it could be a trespasser. So I was like scanning. Then he said, hey, I don't want to go. I said, don't worry, I'll be here. Scan. It seems that I saw something just macam walk by. Macam ada korang.
Oh, you also saw that?
Kenapa? I saw macam ada korang. Like macam in the undergrowth. So I said, okay, should I proceed or should I go back and report? Okay. So what I did was, okay, I reported. I spoke to Master, bro. So Master said, you know what, don't do anything. Tomorrow morning he can investigate.
Huh?
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning he can investigate.
So don't do anything first. He said, hey, do not go inside. Do not try to be a hero and do something. Aku nak masuk dalam. I thought maybe like something else. So apparently, the next day, so we went, Master with some detachment of soldiers, right? Dia orang hantu. Dia tu ada orang.
Ada orang?
Ada orang. Jangan rokok, bro. Remember tak?
Oh, yeah.
People they store their contraband secrets. There's a lot there.
See.
Right, and we got, our whole unit got commanded because of that.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, but that's not hantu, but it's really someone there.
But see, sometimes for hantu, the thing that all these so-called stories are guys is that when you are in Singapore, it's one thing. When you're overseas, it's a whole different ballgame.
Oh yes, definitely, I agree.
So I had this friend of mine. He went to Bangkok. Okay, so I can't remember the hotel name. It was I don't know, Asia something or to Asia.
Okay, Asia Hotel. But that's I think. Let me just take a quick look, because I know I've heard of that before.
So what happened was he went with his wife and his youngest daughter. So his wife can actually see things. So he is a smoker, So for the sake of the family, he doesn't smoke in the room. So he always pull down and smoke. So for some strange reason, the wife say, "No mind, just smoke here."
Inside the hotel.
Inside the hotel.
But it's a non-smoking room, right?
Okay. So he from there he knows something is not right.
I see.
So he tell his wife, "What is it?" Just smoke here lah. So the wife sleep. The next morning he asked "Hey, you want to change room? No? You feel comfortable? I can pick to the front desk. You change the room." The wife said, No, don't change room. The wife said that.
Okay.
Then he said, okay, then what? then I tell you later when you reach back Singapore. You reach back Singapore, bro, then she want to say.
How many days later?
Exactly. It was a 5 day, 4 night kind of thing.
They endured.
So all the way inside the room, never
changed.
But he felt uncomfortable with his wife, you know, because his wife was not comfortable.
Yeah.
So when she, even in the plane, don't want to say, bro, until her feet jejak tanah Singapore tau. Jejak Singapore land, then only she tell him, okay, what happened was, on the first night, when he sleep, old man came to the room. So this old man, when he came to the room, when the wife was awake, he was sleeping. Inside, it was like a deja vu thing, which was basically the wife was awake, but the husband sleeping in that room. And that room was completely burnt black. It's a bilik terbakar, bro.
So she was in this like conscious, semi-conscious thing.
So this old man just came to her. The old man tell her, this is what freaked her out. The old man said, you don't change room, you know. You change room, I follow you back to Singapore.
Really?
So you imagine she got freaked out because how the fuck should he know Singapore? So how
this is tricky.
so the part when, like, you know, if you just say I follow you around, you but I follow you back to Singapore, you know, if you change room. Gave her a warning. That's why she was so against changing room.
It's tricky.
So I don't know whether the old man died in that room
Probably.
or what.
But did this old man like scare her?
No, I didn't know about that. But this was the main story that she shared with the husband of my friend of mine. Because they start thinking like, okay, for me, but I would say this experience happened to a friend's wife. So what happened was he went with her to Kampong. So I think it was in Batam or something like that. So overseas also. So what happened was in Batam, which hotel? I can't remember the hotel name. They stayed down there. So because it was a family wedding or something going on, so they need to sleep over. So they stayed down there. They went out the whole day normal. Night time, they sleep in the room. Something visited them. So this one was my friend was just sleeping, you know. He was just sleeping. It's a different guy, not the same guy in Bangkok, another guy. So he was just sleeping, and then suddenly he hear his wife, so-called mumbling. So he like, hey, honey, wake up. Then she wake up. The first thing she said to him, what took you so long?
She was being pinned.
Then after that, my friend like blur what took you so long? No, I heard then she sit up. Then after that, my friend asked what happened. Then she wait. Then she asked to on the air pussy kind of thing, you know. So apparently, she said Cika ikut
From where?
from outside or from where. Followed them back to the room. Not sure whether it's followed back to the room or maybe she was in that room already all along. You know. So what happened was she was sleeping. So when she was sleeping, Cika was at the edge of the bed. Duduk tengok dia. So when at first it was a young lady looking at her then she just tried to sleep then the young lady turned into an old lady and that old lady started to claw.
Oh my god.
So started to claw at her. So dia pun that's where she was mumbling because she was trying to say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. So that's she was trying to recite the prayers then that's when the husband, that's what they said if you ever mengigau always tell your partner to wake you up. Do not just let you be
snoring?
Sorry?
Snoring
kecil buah bro. But that was it for her, you know. So when you go overseas,
Yeah.
shit happens, bro. It's a different ball game altogether.
Different ball game because you're in different land. Different culture,
land,
different. Yeah. Tapi, but always, I always believe that if you go to certain places, you need to respect cultures, customs, don't talk too much.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Remember when I go to Yogyakarta?
Yeah.
Before I got married. So, I went with my mom, my parents. So, my mom wanted to go to this like shopping and stuff. But you know me, aku adventurous, right? So, I decided to go to this place called Gua Jomblong or something. So it's really up high in the mountains. Had to get a driver. And it really was, the journey took quite long. So we went there. So we went to this Gua Jomblong, and then you know the rappelling, we have
into the cave as well.
The cave. But when you go inside that cave, even though it's in the afternoon, it's very eerie, bro. Like you feel like, man, it's very.
But is it dark?
It's dark.
Okay.
Just one light, like from your above. It's very dark. So apparently, the locals they say that last time during the konfrontasi Indonesia, you know, the konfrontasi in 1960s, they threw all the rebels' corpse down there.
Oh.
Yeah. So they say memang tempat ni keras kan. So I said okay lah, okay, never mind. Just I think positive.
Tempat ni keras ke? Barang kau keras?
Hah?
Ni tempat ni keras. Tempat keras lah.
Hello, keras. So we went there. So okay lah, let's just chill and just but then when I ascended back, it was really dark bro, pagi. Aku punya driver dah start takut bro.
Tapi driver kau mesti fikir sibuk dia ni tak habis-habis yang masuk gua. Aku dah balik je.
Betul. Aku masih ada driver tu. I think we still stay in contact at WhatsApp. So what we do was okay. Then tu drive back. Really drive bro. Tempat dia berhutan bro. Jungle. And just lights. Just van, just us van bro. So this guy, he keep looking at the rear view mirror bro.
Oh.
Every 2-3 seconds
Jump drive.
Tengok review. So aku macam notice saya ask him, kenapa? Why are you like keep looking at that? Dia cakap, dia pernah jalan tempat ni dulu.
Oh okay. Jalan ke drive?
Drive
Oh, okay.
tempat ni dulu. And dia pun pernah bawa orang pergi atas lah.
Tu orang tak balik maghrib lah.
Ya. So mak aku di battery dah flat. So mak aku dah macam
panik mana jadi.
So I was like, okay. So dia cakap aku, the reason kenapa saya selalu nampak di rear view mirror, kerana pernah saya nampak ada orang pula ikut. Nampak perempuan di belakang.
Perempuan? Real.
So dia cakap he's so scared that it might happen again. So aku cakap
I see.
dia cakap lagi pun bang, sini hutan. Kalau van ni apa-apa, kita sampai besok pagi tau. Tak ada orang datang.
Sure lah. That one real bro. That one careful bro.
So aku cakap lama. Dia kata tak apa, malu lah.
Komando tak komando bro, breakdown bro. Balikin. Kat Singapore je.
Saya ada harimau pun.
That's right.
Harimau lah. So aku cakap kena worry lah. Aku cakap nanti aku dah baca. Aku cakap apa-apa jadi pun dah tawakal lah. So I said don't worry, just keep looking straight. InsyaAllah tak ada apa-apa. Aku confident lah. Nanti aku dah start baca. So apparently Alhamdulillah lah kan, dia sampai lah. Dia dah panik bro. Muka dia dah panik. Tapi aku, lepas tu kau tahu apa yang lepas tu aku come, dia tak panik, dia macam happy. Macam sensitif lah bro. Dia panik dia muka je.
Sensitif atus bilang.
But it was good to me lah. So aku dah balik dah pergi, hey, sampai mandi. Aku kat kau hilang kat mana? Aku dah panik bro. Satu hotel saya, memang hotel dia cari aku. So jadi like buat apa-apa.
Tak ada yang tu, kau dah tahu.
Sampai at that time, sampai mak aku call aku punya, that time was my fiancé lah, my wife lah. Oh, dia nak cerita sikit cari aku tu. Kenapa dia begini? Tak betul apa? Kau habis kalau hilang macam mana? Macam boleh lah, it's okay.
But do you know that the cave was such before going?
I know.
So you just thought it was just an adventurous thing, just try rappelling and all that kind of thing lah.
But after that it was like, wake up call lah. Habis terus aku naik gunung berapi.
This time you need to find out more info first before you go bro.
Betul lah. Juga So time aku naik gunung berapi. Gunung berapi pun ada banyak cerita-cerita. Apparently kan, you know the explosion, eruption of the Gunung Merapi, and a lot of people died, right? So apparently there was this person. Tapi ini betul bro. I went to this place. 2 guys tried to outrun the volcano. Okay, the volcano lava. So they went to this shelter. Okay, they locked themselves. They think that it will not come in. So I think because they had nowhere to go, so maybe that was the last resort. Bro. Diorang terbakar kat dalam.
Yeah, for sure. Hangus lah bro. Lava je.
It's not hangus bro. Kau macam lava tu tak masuk, tapi dia panas bro.
Oh panas.
Kau macam in a hot oven tu.
So basically suicide lah in a sense.
And I went to the place where the person was burned inside.
Oh.
Kat dalam tu macam-macam ada bunga. Macam kenapa ni? Pupuk flowers.
Jadi cekeramat kan?
Macam kenapa lah. So I cakap, kenapa ni? So I told the person untuk ni yang said, tempat ni memang tak begitu enak lah. Energinya kurang bagus. Yeah. Tapi kau boleh feel lah bro. As soon as you go inside that place, you feel macam malap lah bro. It's dark. Macam like a place where death is there.
Wow.
Serious. This is no joke. You know me right?
Was it a big compound or was it a small area?
It's a big compound. Macam shelter.
Okay.
Ada air semua. Ada tempat air. It was supposed to be like a fallout shelter lah in a way for volcano. Tapi it didn't work because and they say they all tried. These 2 person tried to ada air tank. Try to like kasih luar sejuk. Air jadi panas bro.
For sure lah. Kan lava kan.
Yeah. So they died there. It's horrible death I think. Thing. Tu kat Merapi. And I went to Borobudur Temple. Itu pun pukul 4 pagi tu. Aku ni merepek lah. Pukul 4 pagi saya pergi Borobudur Temple. Kau mak aku cakap sama pergi pagi ni. Nak pergi Borobudur Temple. Pukul 4 pagi. I said 4 in the morning. So I want to see sunset. Very beautiful. It's in my Instagram lah. I think you can see the Borobudur. I capture it. So before we go in, the caretaker say, don't ever take anything that does not belong to you.
Inside the temple.
Batu ke apa ke jangan ambil. Macam okay, I don't want to take about it. So
and do you take something?
No, I didn't take it. So you know Borobudur Temple is thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
So ancient, so full of history. So the place was very nice. Tapi kau boleh feel like it's very peaceful. Tapi kau macam 4 pagi tu you can feel like smoky. Macam benda ni kau macam busy but it's very smoky. Macam macam it's as if you feel like you're walking in thousands of years ago. Kind of feel like
the aura it has.
So I say okay, I enjoyed. I took photos. I put macam very nice place lah. Nice. So I asked one of the people, the driver to me, hey, why is it that we can't take things from there? Cakap ada pernah satu mak saleh. So he took like something as a keepsake.
Okay.
Going back to his country. Okay. 1 week later, he came back to Malaysia and he said that he cannot sleep every night. Every night when he sleep, at night when he macam dia terbangun, dia akan nampak macam those kau tu the old ancient guys tu. Tapi every time bunyi tong telinga dia. Tong, you know that and every night and he kept glaring at him.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So then they say jangan because it does not belong to you.
Asyik baik bro, dia duit balik. Aku macam kita pergi holiday sekali, tu Malaysia baru batal balik.
Betul juga bro. But I think from what I say, kau pergi negeri orang, respect culture, don't take it.
Exactly lah.
You know what I mean? So
that's why tempat gini macam overseas all these stories it's a good place to originally
Originally
lah.
Berani bro. Oh yeah, talking about originally memang ni bro. Aku pergi UK bro. Okay, I went to London.
Kau originally kat London?
Aku tak pergi London bro.
Originally kat London.
Thing is right, I went to this tower of London.
Okay.
Old school, the place where the royalty stayed.
Okay.
You know where the
Nearby Big Ben or jauh sikit? Nearby Big Ben.
I think nearby Big Ben.
Okay.
So it's the place where the first castle UK royalty was there. So it's where the queen got beheaded. You know there was one queen, I forgot his name was got beheaded there. Apparently kat sana pun there also you're not allowed to touch things from there.
Oh.
Yeah, and the place there is also quite eerie bro, because I was with Rashida, was my wife, so we went down. So there was this place where the king was buried bro. There's a better place there. King was buried.
Alright.
Okay. When you go inside there, there's macam Gregorian chant tu, macam that thing, that radio keep playing. Gregorian chant. And you know what's the punchline? Cakap, the soldier say, you can by 6:30, I keluar.
Oh.
Yeah. And they say that this music, this chant must be on at all times. I don't know why.
Dia sembahyang ke apa?
Aku rasa lah bro, because dia cakap 9 AM 6:30, the whole town London also nak keluar.
Oh.
Even the soldiers guard pun nak ketat. Nobody's inside. Malam tak ada orang kat dalam.
Damn.
Nah bro, tapi tempat tu memang malam tu, I don't think malam pun nak pergi kat situ.
Did anybody like ever said like certain stories to you?
Yeah, there are lah. I asked one, there's what's his name? You know the Buckingham Palace guy? Yeah. So apparently one of them saw on duty. So I just asked him, so what's actually going on? He said, this place is quite haunted, man. Because you can hear lots of stories, people screaming for the battlements. Like you can see apparitions, And because they say this is a very old and bloody castle, so a lot of things happen here.
I see.
So that's why there's that burial place of the king.
Singapore punya Haw Par Villa bro.
Singapore Haw Par Villa. Haw Par Villa pun ada cerita kan? Or maybe at Fort Canning, something like that lah. So it's all tied to history or maybe things like that. But it was so even pasal dia macam dulu, even Angmos also like they all have the French, the catacombs kat bawah, the full of skulls.
What was that?
In Paris, they have these catacombs where a lot of people are buried, and even now, until now, it's unexplored. It's so big.
Oh.
You can get lost in bawah. No? That's why the government only allowed to guided tours. You're not supposed to go down there. I'm not too sure whether, but there are some people who got lost down there and not found. Catacombs tu macam tempat orang bawa mayat. That's pretty interesting.
Sometimes certain things which are scary are not necessarily like a ghostly figure.
True.
One of the, I would say, if a scary thing that happened was this. I saw this video on YouTube. So YouTube can be a lot of but there's this like unexplainable thing happened in this cave. So I'm not so sure if we ever come across before. I'm not so sure where exactly. I think it's in France or something like that. So this cave has chains. It was a former mining cave. So they have chains which are dangling down from the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
So as you walk, so this was captured, but I don't think so. This is like a tourist place. This is a place where people come and explore kind of shit.
Okay.
So there's this guy, and this was daytime, mind you. It wasn't nighttime, bro. So this guy went into the cave, and the chains at the back of the cave start to swing. The chains are just from the ceiling, bro.
Yeah.
So there's nobody there, and then he was recording. So there was a sound, but it was not clear what it meant. So I think when they went back and then they played back that sound, I think it was in French or something. So the sound said, "What are you doing here? You are not welcome here. Leave immediately." Something like that. Yeah. So, but you see, like, it was just tricky for me, but it's like you don't see anything, even the video you don't see anything. Only the thing you see is the chains moving, and there's nobody, bro. There's no wind for the chains to blow.
Exactly.
Inside the cave.
A lot of these things are very unexplainable in nature sometimes. But in the end, I always believe that maybe there are certain things like this could be due to traumatic events in the past. Could be that. Could be that history.
The spirits are not I would put it at ease.
Not say at ease, probably like it's just gangguan because of the overall trauma that happened before. Psychic disturbance macam master lah kan?
Sometimes people do that.
Psychic disturbances. So in the end, macam for example, macam that time aku go Japan. I went to Kyoto. Kyoto is a very beautiful place, but it's very old school Japan because it used to be the capital of Japan, Kyoto. And during the Sengoku period, samurai period. And these samurais are very warriors.
Yeah.
And they kill
you chop the head or you bury
they kill a lot of people. So you can see that. From some time ago, I went to the temple, I went to the place, and I can still feel that aura. Like something is just you know,
The place,
the place. So when I asked Japanese, this place is a bloody battle to a place to use. A lot of samurais like this particular spot. So wow, but at the day it's very nice, but after you hear that, but there's some certain parts when you go, there's something not right. You just can't shake off that feel. It probably could be that. There's a lot of history that happened in Singapore.
Sometimes it's like how to say is that you can't shake off that feel, but sometimes it's the staff that is there. So one incident was for me personally. I went to this Indonesian in Jakarta. It was a hotel in Jakarta, so I stayed down there. So the staff, I was changing inside the locker. There's a spa area, so there's a locker, and then suddenly the staff saw me. He got shocked. I saw a shock lah, but he got shocked more, you know. Then I asked him, is everything okay? Then he said, okay, Pak. After that, I asked him, you look startled lah. Because tu banyak tau, tu banyak tau. So I'm no ghost, I'm a human being. I'm just a big guy lah. So I asked him, got any story what here? Then after that, he said, have. So I asked him what? He said, ever encounter the lady walking into the wall?
Just go straight.
Go straight to the wall. Then after that, aku tanya dia lah, kat sini apa? Cakap, kat sini kat dinding tu. Okay Pak, masih aku cepat jawab, aku jalan bro.
Mungkin dia tu sebenarnya jalan bro. Maybe tak tu.
Sure. I so won't be surprised if dia tak apa tu. Dari kali kedua bro. Sebenarnya tu apik. Kat blok aku. Mesti seram lah. Aku tengah just was texting somebody lah, you know. So I stepped out of the lift lah. So I was wearing a white shirt. I'm a big size guy. I'm wearing a white shirt. So the lift went down again. I was already at the 6th floor. So the lift came back up to the 6th floor lah. They got to the 6th floor. There was an old man inside. Old man panjat baru nampak aku. Pakcik, baik kau ya.
Tak ikut tu.
Aku tu pusing San. Apa San? Old man tu gini. Ingat kau tu San. Pakcik, baik kau ya.
Besar tinggi
tinggi lah. Tadi saya got shock.
That's why man. So apa lagi cerita aku ada lah things we can share about lah.
I think we should skip that for the next part.
Next part. There's more actually.
There's more story guys, but do let us know like if you like our cerita seram, cerita hantu, or if there's anything else that you
if probably you guys want to share about your ghost stories, so you can just comment to us or just say anything. Probably just share with us your experiences.
Sharing the caring, guys. Sharing the caring.
Probably we can come back to the second episode and more of these things, plus funny stories as well. And probably we can go and see from there. Any thanks for listening to us. Thanks for viewing us.
The time check now is already going to be 1 a.m. So I think I still want to go back home safely lah.
Takut.
Mana tahu buat cerita tu kan ada memanggil tau bro.
Serious.
Some they said lah. It's a saying lah. Behind that we talk about all this we tend to invite them. So
I remember what you say back in army.
Ya lah bro. Baca ayat kursi, tiap cara kita kasih.
Okay guys.
Paki Bros guys, signing out. Thank you very much guys.
See you guys.
God bless.
We are the sounds of the street.